Yeah, absolutely. It's follow the fun. I mean, anytime you hear someone who's successful or older, they usually say like, "Hey, just follow the fun," and that'll kind of lead you to where you're going to be most successful naturally. And Jay, you had mentioned, bringing people into your circle or into your world. That's actually a huge part of manifestation. Something I learned listening to Lacey Phillips' Expanded podcast is that you need to have expanders in your life. If you want to manifest something, you need to start surrounding yourself with people that are actually doing the thing that you want to do. So let's say you want to be a successful investor. You want to surround yourself with top-notch investors so that they can show you what they're doing. If you want to be a successful coach, surround yourself with better coaches. If you want to be a successful podcast host, like surround yourself with hosts that are actually running successful podcasts. And what's happening is that your brain is seeing this and it's creating new neurons, and that's going to reprogram and actually allow you to achieve the desire. So bringing in the right people in a manifestation mindset, if you're aware of it, it's critical for you to actually achieve what you want in reality.
For sure. An environment is so important. And when you take a look at, for me, it was something I experienced in moving out to San Francisco. And I'm just like, wow, my standards are higher. The people I'm surrounding myself with are decades older than me and offering me this amazing wisdom. And, I saw that, and it definitely raised my standards, and it definitely raised my, I shouldn't say raise my values, but changed my values too. And looking into the science of it, we're 11 trillion cells vibrating at a certain frequency. And what ends up happening is that when we're placed into an environment, and there's plenty of experiments about this. I know Bruce Lipton does this. Joe Dispenza does this, if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. And, if you take, for example, a stem cell, right, and you put it into a skin cell environment, it'll transform into a skin cell. It'll transform into its environment. Mm-hmm. And so, to think about life as one big, beautiful game of energy is extremely important in that way, because it as we're placed into it, it does shift our vibration, our energetic. And you're exactly right. In order to shift the subconscious, which, as you guys know, it controls on average, for the average person, 95% of our life, our paradigm in which we grow up in. It takes constant repetition over and over and over and over again, consciously, and being around those sorts of environments changes our frequency, changes our paradigm, changes our beliefs, and it changes our actions and results as a result. Exactly right.
Definitely. Yeah. And I think sometimes when it's not working, it's like you're you're a stem cell that wants to be a blood cell, but you're in an environment of skin cells, and they're like trying to turn you into a skin cell too. And you're like, no, I know that's not my destiny. And I feel like, when you're surrounded by people, maybe in a work environment that's not appropriate for you, there's a very fixed culture in every environment. And if you know internally that you're not, the things that are the kind of jokes that are being made, or the kind of things that people are placing interest on, or the kind of the values that are being subliminally communicated in conversation, if you know that's not where your head's at, you're always going to have that kind of inner discord.